Real quick, guys, I wanted to say, these are not videos. These are really just audio vlogging. Well, I guess you could say podcasting. And these are really meant to be, side things you should listen to. Basically, if you're playing a video game, you're going out for a walk, I wouldn't recommend if you're exercising because it'll probably lull you to sleep. But, these are supposed to be things that while you're open in the void or maybe not really being too social or talking with anybody, you should really listen to these while you're just anything but like while watching or listening to something else. I might include music in here because I do have music permission from some people, but I really don't have too much music to really offer for like hour-long segments, and you probably hear the same song over and over again, so we're kind of limited on what we have here. But guys, I do hope you enjoy. All that stands between me and the microphone in front of me is nothing. I don't see a screen in front of me. I just have the microphone right now on me, and I'm just thinking. I think to myself. I try to do as much thinking as possible because I'm a thinker. That's what I was born in this world to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to help people, how I'm supposed to make my mark in the world, but one thing I know is that I was given the power to think, power to really analyze, and the power to really try to help. And I'm in this dead point in life where I sit here every day and I keep thinking, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? I hit a wall every day. And I'm not trying to bore you. I'm not trying to speak my problems to the world. But I think it just will really get you to understand, and I don't care if you do or you don't, to understand that speaking and commentaries is, I guess you could say, kind of amazing. And there was a commentary done by Only Use Me Blade yesterday, or if this goes up today. He was talking about how he can literally just talk to somebody and it'll be this awkward situation. Whereas when he's in front of a microphone, he can talk about him watching porno, the porno sites he goes to and things like that. And I find that fascinating for various reasons. Because I've had this habit where I kind of force talk. I get on a topic, and when you guys find those random commentaries that I do, it's because I open up and say something, and I really move towards what I'm trying to say. And then you notice I kind of sidetrack a lot. Now, I like the sidetracking. It keeps things interesting. It makes you think about other things. I love to think, so I'm going to talk about things that make people think, and I'm going to sidetrack into other things. So it's amazing, because I think I've decided that I'm going to start podcasting, and really only podcasting and speaking when I've decided I'm ready to speak. I can hold my breath. I get shut up a lot. I get told not to say what I'm thinking or something around those lines, and I want to speak, but I want to speak as if I were tired. And what I mean by that is that I am, for those of you who do understand, I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. I am an enlightened person when I'm tired. When I become basically when I become to the point where I am feeling good about myself and I'm getting ready to fall asleep, but I don't want to go to sleep, I feel my brain activity increases significantly, and I become an intellectual of insane proportions, where every day I just kind of sit there and I'll think, how could I help? How could I solve a problem? Who could I help? Whose life could I save? Where's my place in the world? How do I do something the next day? How do I motivate somebody? How do I motivate myself? What should I do tomorrow? And it's a million thought processes in a matter of minutes. And I think that my best thinking comes from those times. I can sit there and literally, I've had this conversation with my best friend. I've had conversations where I'm tired and we're sitting there talking about dividing by zero. And it's an old joke, I know, but people really think that dividing by zero is like this whole huge joke where you would basically create a black hole. And in reality, I think that's true as well. Because, I'm going to go brief here, is to divide by 0 is to create an infinite number of things, because now this is the thinking part here. There is no such thing as 0. I mean, if you divide by nothing, you've created a void, because nothing cannot be. So I know this is going to be very confusing. You can have 1 or 2 marbles in front of you. Okay, let's just say 2 marbles. You can't have 0 marbles. It doesn't roll off the tongue correctly. I have 0 marbles, because if you say that you have 0 marbles, 0 is nothing, so you say I don't have marbles. And if you think about it, then you say I have 1 marble, I have 2 marbles, I have a bag of marbles, or I have 20 marbles. That creates a number. There's a number behind it. There's a value. When you say I have 0 marbles, you're essentially dividing by 0, because it's incorrect, almost in grammar stance. So saying I don't have marbles is the correct terminology, because you're correct in saying the fact that I can't have 0. That's just all I'm trying to say. And as I talk about this, I'm trying to really convey the message of I become this intelligent person at night, and we're kind of going backwards now. I become the intelligent person at night, and I think I will do my best talking at night, because I mean, this YouTube stuff is such a value to me, in the sense that I really am trying to connect with people, and it's really hitting deaf ears. I'm trying. I really just want my words to be heard by audiences who are truly thoughtful people. I mean, you come to YouTube for the laughs, yes, but can't we stop for a minute? Can we think? Can't we be chilled out and just to go, hey, maybe I can play a video game and listen to Balin at the same time. When you listen to me, that's what I always hope for, is that you're playing a video game, or you're going out for a walk, or you're talking to somebody, and this is like something you could bring up to them. That's what I aim to be. I aim to be that guy, the insightful person who can really reflect with you and talk to you and communicate like a human being, but go more psychologically delved into your brain and things of that nature. But I'm going a little long, and I think it's something that's going to really change it, because I don't like to do the YouTube stuff where it's like, hey, we're here to goof around and be pranksters all the time, because I have that drive, yes, but that's not me all the time. I mean, I love having fun with these people. Like, I go out into the lobbies with Black Ops 2 and things like that. It's so much fun to sit there and just mess around, but when push comes to shove, what would I rather be doing? I'd rather be talking with intellectuals. I'd rather be conversing. I'd rather make you think or oppose to an idea, because, I mean, I can't find my place in the world, but I can help other people try to figure it out. And I want to do that. I want to help. I mean, it's a really broad topic. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but in so many words, if you can really take the time to think about it, it does make sense. And I mean, the correlation between you listening to this, assuming you are still listening to this now, is the fact that if you're listening, you can you're relating with me in some manner. If you're a kid and you're listening to this and you're not relating, chances are you've clicked off by now. So, guys, I want to have people talk to me with this same idea. So, if you want to come up with your own ideas and you want to talk to me about this, and these are supposed to be thought-provoking things you want to talk to me about, doesn't matter what it is, or even let's say you want to get a little personal with me, I have my Skype reopened back up. My Skype name is Balin911. You add me on there. I know I'm taking the risk of getting DDoSed at times for that, but I mean, it's my way to connect with people. See, you add me on that account. I won't add you right away because I'm not always on that account, but you add me on that. You write me a question, say, hey, I'd love to talk to you about this, or I'd love to talk about my problems, or maybe I have a great thing to talk about in terms of gaming related news. I want to be that guy for people. So this has been a late night commentary. There'll be many more to come with this. I love the idea that I can speak to people, and I wish for them to hear me, but I have this, I guess you could say, innocent child complex where I literally talk and I'm thinking I'm talking to fucking 800,000 people. I'm talking to 50. And if those 50 people listen to me, I'm appreciative, yes. But I want 50 people to turn into 250 people. I want that 250 to turn into 1,000 people. And I want it to be people who, I guess you could say, not relate to me, but maybe contest what I say, or they can find in me what they know, or they want to be open about talking to them, or maybe they have had a rough childhood, a checkered past, they did bad things, or I want to be that guy. I love listening to people's problems. That's one of my biggest passions is I love to hear them. I don't really have, I'm not the guy to solve your problems. I'm the guy to listen to. You vent everything out to me. And I got a good joke for this, kind of. Well, it's not a joke, I'm sorry. Is Bill Burr, he's a comedian. He tells a joke about his family, his mother and father. Nowadays, there's such a lack of old school families. And what I mean by this is this. In the old school, it was the father goes to work, he works at some sort of job, like a factory job, comes back home, and he's just frustrated. He's been working his ass off, and he just starts freaking out and venting all his problems, even in front of the kids. And the wife would just literally listen to this, and just after he freaked out and does something else, it just blew over, because everybody knows it's just venting. And if you don't have somebody to do that to every once in a while, it's like bottling up your emotions, but it's like more bottling up your rage. So I want to be that guy. You got problems, just tell them to me. If you need somebody to listen to, tell them to me. I mean, or if you just want to talk about something, go ahead. Now, everything we do will be strictly based off permission. So, if we have a conversation, you say, hey, I feel comfortable confiding in you, not telling anybody else, go ahead. I'm okay with listening to that. But if you want to be like, hey, you can record this if you want, I'd appreciate it, because people want to connect with other people. They don't want to hear from me because I don't have the stories that you want to hear from other people. So, guys, the account is Balin911. You can go add me on there, and I'll try to check it about every day, but no promises, guys. And I thank you for listening, and this has been, I guess you can say, Late Night Commentary number 1. Maybe podcast. We'll see what happens.